Yeah, this is boy Ashton Martin, man, and you tuning in live and direct to Breaking Wreckords Radio. Turn it up.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy One Drew. We coming in hot with Breaking Wreckords Radio. Tune in, baby.
What's up? This is Derek.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obi Trice.
This is Ad-Lib.
Yo, what up? This is Spesh One.
This is Spesh K.
Hot Rocks, motherfucking Skot MC.
Breaking
Wreckords.
Breaking Wreckords Radio out here.
This is Breaking Wreckords Radio.
Check them out, man.
Breaking Wreckords Radio in the place to be. You know what it is. Your host Maloney, and we got two special guests with us right now. You guys are both from Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, hailing from Florida, down on the other side of the border. We got Ashton Martin and Drew in the place to be. Is it one Drew or Drew? One Drew, okay.
Yeah.
One Drew.
Yeah. In the building, man. Shout out to
sir.
Toronto, man.
Shout out 850.
850 in the building.
How you guys enjoying Toronto so far?
Yo, it's a vibe, man. I love the city. I love the culture, man. Here at Carabana Weekend just so happened. It was a whole vibe, man.
Great time to come.
It's been real dope, man.
Yeah, good, man. Good, man. How long?
Off the chain.
Hey, yeah, it's a perfect time to come for Carabana. It's like you don't really get a party bigger than that.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't even know until
Yeah,
we were here.
word,
We didn't even we didn't even know what
Carabana.
Carabana was, and then it's kind of like we got well introduced. It was like, oh wow, okay, all right.
What a way to start out. And neither of you been to Toronto prior to that?
Nah,
First time.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, what a way to introduce you guys. Yeah, welcome to Toronto, guys.
Yo.
It's
Yeah, for sure, man.
it's your last day as well, too, right?
yeah.
Well, this is a good way to end it. We're about to get into the podcast after this, and you'll have fun on the podcast, trust me. But for right now, we're gonna keep it to the music. So, tell us a little bit about yourselves. How long you guys been doing this thing for?
Yeah, so my name is Ashton Martin. I'm hailing from North Florida. I've been doing music seriously about 3 to 4 years. But I've been around music my whole life. Started writing when I was like 12. Started with poetry, went to freestyle, and then, fell in love with rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing this for since last year.
Okay, word.
So, yeah, I go by One Drew, and yeah, I've been always around music my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, this last year.
Okay,
hitting the
word.
ground real hard.
Dope, man. And salute to DT. That's how we got
Shout
introduced
out.
to you guys.
Yeah,
how do you guys
big
know
homie.
DT?
I actually met DT in Atlanta. I used to host down at a spot called the Gill Gallery, like on
Okay.
the south side of Atlanta. And he used to come through whenever he come to Atlanta. So we got introduced and hit it off from there. I as on my tour, we had some of the similar spots.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the festivals he hit, I hit as well.
Oh,
we
word.
connected overseas, and it's just been a building that relationship from there. And he's a dope dude, a dope individual, has hella connection, hella plug. So
Word, man.
Yeah, I just met DT on this trip, man. He's a real genuine dude, though.
Oh,
I'm
word.
finding out, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were up in the studio with him last night. I ran
Yeah,
into you
that's
guys.
nice.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah, man. Did you guys get anything cooked up?
oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Dope.
good.
How many joints?
Shoot, I
one
think.
piece, I know. And then,
Well, me and Drew did one. Me, DT, Drew, and another artist did one.
Yep.
Me and DT did one, and him and DT did one.
Holy
so-
shit, man.
yeah.
You guys
So it
just
was
working,
working.
right?
yeah, man.
Oh,
It was
man.
working.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad to hear that, man. DT's the homie. Shout outs to him.
Yeah,
Shout
big
out,
ups,
shout
big
out,
ups.
man.
Yeah, man. And speaking of like doing festivals and stuff like that, you guys you've been on tour for how long now?
Since the beginning of the summer, I think it was June. I think
Yeah.
when I started, and then
You've been on numerous continents.
Yeah. Well, we started in Atlanta. I did the Sweet Auburn Fest.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went over to the Netherlands at the New School Rules Festival. And then from there, we went to Cannes, France for the Madame Festival. And then from there, we hit Winnipeg for another festival, and then ended off here.
Holy shit, man. That's crazy. And is this the last stop on the tour now?
This is the last
You guys
stop.
going
You know
home?
what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going back home after that, and I'm probably going to pass out for like 2 days straight. Like, don't call me. I'm out. Like,
Yeah, the most I've ever toured was the East Coast Canada, so I can't
Yeah.
imagine being on planes and going back and forth to different sides of the fucking continent and then
Yeah.
to other continents and
Yeah.
just being all over the fucking world and doing it.
It's
That's-
tiring, bro.
Oh man, I can only
It's
imagine.
just-
It was my first time as well. Like the only thing I ever did was like a circuit in the South, pretty much.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that last year, and I kind of
Like a regional circuit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usually, how I do mine, I base it around my project at the time. So I had a mixtape I dropped, and so I was like, that was my first tour in general I ever been on and been a part of. So me and my manager, we planned it together, did that, and then as we did this project. It meant so much to me, and I never approached a project like this. It's called Solid.
Yeah.
And then when it dropped, it got such a reception, and she was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "Man, I want to tour." She was like, "Okay." I want to go overseas. She was like, "Okay," And then she came up with the dates and everything, and I was looking at them like, "Oh, this is crazy. I don't know how this is about to work."
Real right now.
Oh shit.
I have no idea how this is about to work, but it worked out, man. We hit every spot, and it's just been a blessing. Though.
You've been eating a lot of like $1 Tim Horton bagels and shit like that while you're in
man.
Canada.
So many. The A&W's fire too.
And AMW hitting, man, for real. Came through last night.
Hey. And have you guys had a chance to check out, like, get any of the good multicultural food while you've been in the city? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We had Jamaican the other day.
Yeah, was it a jerk or something like that?
Yeah, well,
real
I had
good.
some brown stew chicken and some rice. So I already knew about Jamaican food though, but that's a little bit. So I just wanted to test it here, and it's on point. Yeah.
Tell you what, we was on the that boat the other day.
Oh yeah.
And they had some food. They had the chicken and the rice and the noodles and the hot sauce right there. And I'm like, okay, we from the South. I'm gonna hit that hot sauce.
Yeah,
man. That junk was
yeah.
burning.
It was not a
It
joke.
was good though, man, but it was burning,
man.
bro. I had to get an extra water for that.
My girlfriend
Joke.
loves hot sauce. She eats shit that like I have like 2 dabs of, and like I'm like crying. You know what I mean? Like when
that's
it's
what
so
it
hot,
was.
you get the
Yeah, you're
hiccups
like-
and shit.
Yeah,
You can't breathe and like man, that
dying.
shit
That's
pisses me off.
exactly what it was.
Nothing pisses me off more than the fucking hiccups, bro. So when it happens from sauce, I'm like, I feel like I've been demasculated. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh
Straight
man,
up.
I'm a little bit less of a man right now.
That's
I just
how it make you
hiccuped
feel.
off sauce.
Yeah, and it ain't nothing you can do about it.
No,
You just gotta
exactly.
sit there. And
You just gotta sit there and deal with it.
Sweat. You gotta sit there and sweat. Be miserable.
Yeah, and you're sweating
Yeah.
too. It's like
Water ain't helping.
salivating.
Ice
Like,
ain't helping.
I have bad hiccups. Like I sit there and hiccup and then like sneeze. I don't know if it's a sneeze or whatever. I feel like I'm choking that time. like, dying, man. I hate it.
hey man, but we'll get back to the music though. So
Sure.
we'll save the funny shit for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But so tell us a little bit about because you just put out a new album. Tell us a bit about the album because you put it out before you started the tour.
Yeah, facts. So I started working on this album last year, around you could say the summer, but it was really like the winter of last year. This was my first time taking my career to a full independent level with like no job, nothing. And I came across a lot of hard times with it, you know what I'm saying? And went through a lot of situations, and I turned that pain into this project pretty much. And from there, like, it was a form of therapy for me, but how it connected to people, it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, I really need to push this further, you know what I'm saying? Because it was really a dope project. I never approached a project like this in any way, and it dropped in March, and ever since then I've been getting nothing but great reception for
What's the
it.
project called? Sorry.
Called Solid. Yeah.
Sorry.
Solid.
Okay.
Solid, yeah.
How do you spell that?
SOLID.
Oh, okay. Solid, straight.
Yeah.
Like I thought you were saying solid. My bad.
No, you good.
But so that's available on like all streaming platforms, everything too.
All streaming platforms, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, all of that. It's just put in Ashton Martin, Solid, and it'll come right up.
Okay, cool, man. Well,
Dope project too, by the way.
Tell us,
thanks.
we'll let you pick the joint that we play next. So you let us know what joint we're gonna play here.
Okay. Let's go with Therapy.
All right, cool,
Yeah.
man. So this is Ashton Martin Therapy, and we're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, and we're back in the place to be with
Yeah.
Florida natives in the place to be. We got Ashton Martin, One Drew, and we just heard, what was the name of that joint again?
That was Therapy.
Therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy by Ashton Martin, and that's off the project Solid.
Yes.
Hey, so yeah, man, just tell us a little bit about what you kind of got coming up in the future for the, what you got playing. You finally got some time at home.
For sure. Right now, I'm kind of like more in a plan out mode. I'm gonna begin to start working on my next project real soon.
Yeah.
I've already been writing and working with producers and everything. Got a couple events coming up that it's not set in stone, so I'm not gonna announce them just yet.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, coming into the beginning of next year, I'm gonna have some more events planned out, and I'm actually gonna be doing some myself. You
Oh,
know what I'm
word.
saying? So any independent artist, man, get at me and connect with me. So
Hey, man, I'd love to come out to Florida. So we'll have to.
hey,
Yeah,
Hey.
man.
let's get
Hit
it,
us
man.
up when you come to Florida, man. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man. But so One Drew, I want to talk a little bit about what you got going on, man. What you've been working on.
Currently working on a DMG mixtape right now, as well as my other up and coming album. Right now, it's going to be entitled Shooting Star. The first track is going to be Shooting Star. Back to the DMG mixtapes, dope music group. Me and the team back home just been working on that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Right when I get home, I got to hit the ground running, man. As tiring as it's been out here, I got to hit the ground running right when I get back. Got multiple videos to do and just make sure that we putting in work, man, and try to get it done. Try to get the music to the people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, word, man. Word. And so, like, how long you guys been working together for?
Crazy. I don't even know.
Not long, right?
Like
we met on I think it was like March or something like that.
What, this year?
Yeah, this year.
Shit.
It's crazy because
and you've been on tour together, like all these shows?
Nah.
He's
He's been for the Toronto leg with me.
Oh, okay.
Just for the Toronto part.
Yeah,
it's been a dope experience, man.
It's crazy. We grew up like right down the road from each other, but we've never met each other.
Yeah,
I had
it's
pulled
wild.
up to
Say
a
a
show.
word.
Yeah, I pulled up to a show in Tallahassee. And he performed on stage, and I was feeling his music, so I came up, and when he got off, I was like, "Yo, your music's dope." And he was like, "Yo, I appreciate it." We exchanged info, and he actually went in cop Solid. You know what I'm saying?
From that point, I went and listened to Solid. I liked it. I just went and copped the mixtape. I hollered at him. You know, I got a studio at my crib. He came through and kicked it, and he just offered me, a spot on the tour. So I jumped on, man. So,
Facts, yeah.
So you kind of got that DT energy where, like, you kind of just get your vibe off people. You know if they're worth helping or not. And hey, man, that's dope, man. That's real nice.
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's a straight blessing.
That's cool, man. It's weird how the music, like, how music shit works like that sometimes, eh?
Yeah.
Like, you just get introduced to people where you're like,
It
whoa.
is. It's funny
How did this
music
happen?
happens, too, yeah. I almost didn't even come on the tour, man. I had some family stuff going on back home, and, like, it was the night before we was actually supposed to leave. And I was going to call him and tell him, I wasn't going to be able to make it. But I just, I wanted to do it so bad. I just had to put some other stuff on hold, really, and miss a couple things. And as soon as I sat down on the plane, man, I just heard a stranger say, I seen a shooting star last night. And I was just like, man, I'm right where I need to be, bro. It's I felt good. I felt comfortable, and just rode out. So,
yo, that's wild, man.
Yeah,
The universe will
wild.
give you some
It's
signs
crazy,
on
man.
some shit when
It's
you take
crazy.
the right opportunity or chance,
Straight
though.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight up.
Yo, that is facts, man. So let's let's get some of the promo on, for the people that are listening. Like, let them know what the most recent music videos, tracks, singles you put out, all that stuff. Let them know how they can find it exactly.
Already. So I actually dropped the video to Therapy. So if you were feeling the song, definitely go check the video out. Speaking on mental health awareness and everything. So it got a good message behind it, and it's a dope storyline. Also, one of my other singles off of Solid, Plenty Blessing. That video is out. Definitely go check that out. Go download and stream Solid. Visit my website www.ashtonmartin.info. And link me on IG, @the_real_Ashton Martin.
Yeah, definitely. You can hit my IG at OneDrew. It's _DRU_. You can search any of my music right now just by simply searching in OneDrew. And the Pile of Money video I just dropped while I've been here in Toronto. And,
word,
yeah, word. Yep.
Crazy.
And, my single, Gotta Make It, is out now on all streaming platforms. So you can look that out and check it out as well.
Dope, real dope. So one thing I'm wondering about, like, is from being from Florida, before the interview, actually, you're talking about it, and I was a little curious to kind of elaborate on it more. But you said that the city, do you want to speak about it on the air?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like kind of that there's key holders to the city, unless you pass your way through them, you kind of, it's hard to really, like everybody's kind of got like a self for self mentality kind of thing. You're saying?
Straight up. Definitely. I mean, like where we're from. So to give you an idea where we're from, we're near the Tallahassee area.
Yeah.
I'm from a small town specifically called Marietta. He's from a small town out the /Bluntstown.
Very small.
You know what I'm saying? Very small areas. So Tallahassee is really like the biggest area in the area. But even the whole area code 850, you got the Pensacola, Tallahassee, Panama City, like all of that. That's pretty much like the area that we're from. The North Florida part, Panhandle is what it's called.
Oh, word.
So the only person that's ever really broke out of that area is T-Pain. Mainstream wise, it's T-Pain. It's been some people underground that did their thing. So with that being said, it's kind of like a monopoly. You have certain people that's in the industry that kind of hold the keys to certain things, and it's like they take advantage of everything else. Like even in my hometown, we don't have any like open mics. We don't have any showcases, but we have a bunch of club events. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like that. So nobody really gives back to the community. Everybody just kind of takes from it. And it's like if you don't work with those certain groups of people, they don't support you at all. They don't big up you. They don't like, you know what I'm saying? They don't like, I see you doing your thing. They just gonna act like you're non-existent. Yeah. So it's kind of like a monopoly going on, and everybody, it's a Florida mindset in general. Everybody's kind of standoffish. Like, we got our clique. This is what we do. We don't really care about what y'all got going on. I can't, even if I like you or I like your music, I can't support it because I'm not in you. I got my clique. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it is. And it's a hindrance for real because there's a lot of talent down in Florida, like a lot of talent, man. It seems like there's sometimes just looking for like a one certain sound. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got that sound, you don't get the respect coming in to get go. You know what I mean? But even though it sounds different, you know what I'm saying, it stands out. They're just looking for a certain type of sound sometimes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, well, that's like what you guys are kind of saying too. Toronto is like that to a degree as well too. Like that's why when you're saying it out there, I found it interesting because I was on the show last night when I met you guys. We did a Brooklyn show. Shout out to her. Yeah, and that was one of the topics, and like that's one of the things we talked about. It's kind of like how like it's like even like we're doing media. It's like we'll like interview a dude, and then like they won't even like the post when you like do the interview, let alone like actually post it or share it or whatever. But it's like you asked us for the interview. You know what I mean? But it's like so like you kind of do have a mentality as well here too, where like people, and not only is it just like a self for self, like there is a scene and there's a scene where like it's very tightly knit, but aside from that scene, it's like a lot of segregated other scenes. Gotcha. You know what I mean? And it's like. And I feel like people if they're from other sides of different things, they don't support. I don't know. That's part of the very, job very. Too, you gotta support. You gotta get on there and grind. You know what I mean? You gotta put in work and stuff. Unity is important. Unity, you know what I mean? Very important. Man. Any city that wins is because they have unity. You know what I mean? They support what's going on with everybody else, and people work together, support each other. And I think that's why we can all agree, like. Atlanta is one of the top cities when it comes to music because they all support each other. You rarely see anybody from Atlanta beefing with somebody from Atlanta. Yeah. And if it does, it gets squashed quick because the OG is going to step in and like, nah, that's not happening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about it. You don't have to like be friendly buddy with everybody, but it's kind of like if something's going on in your city, somebody got a movement, somebody's got dope music, you know what I'm saying? Big up. Like, it don't take much energy to like, just like I approached Drew when he got off stage. I approached him because I like the music. So I had no other reason to come up and talk to him. But I was like, let me tell this dude his music is dope. Because I may not see him again. You know what I'm saying? And that's just simple things like that go a long way, and it helps us grow as artists, We get further with each other. We was actually kind of talking about it last night. That, if he hadn't have done that, we might not even have met, you know what I mean? I might not even be here. So it's just, it opens doors, you know what I'm saying? Definitely networking is the most important thing, man. Very important. Like 100%. And I don't think a lot of artists realize that. Like going to a show isn't just about going to the show and doing your set. Right. It's about going to the show, watching everybody else's set, and, just meeting people, talking to people, meshing with people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, definitely. Yeah. But that's kind of a artwork or not artwork. Kind of like that's something that I think is really lost with people though. Yeah, in the age of the internet is that they feel there is an importance to network, and you don't always have the opportunity to network. Is the thing for real? Like shows is them. Luckily, I do media, so I have the chance to network fucking once a week at least, just doing the podcast. On top of that, any interviews I book, I'm networking, I'm meeting people, I'm talking to people. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I really enjoy about doing media is a great networking tool. But that's the importance of doing shows. Like as an artist, you don't have that many opportunities to network with people and meet face to face, and that's how you really meet people. That's like back home, man. We don't have all the opportunity, all the venues and all the shows. I mean, we have some, you know what I'm saying? Tallahassee, they put on a lot, but since we've been here in Toronto, we did actually a couple. Yeah, how many have you guys done since you've been here? Performance-wise, I think we did two, right? Two, or I think it was two. Yeah, we were supposed to do another one. Yeah, we were supposed to do another one that we didn't make, but we did two, and those. But usually back home, it's like once a month, man. You might get lucky and get twice a month. But before this last year, it was even less than that. You know what I'm saying? It's Yeah, it's like it's something happening. You know what I'm saying? North Florida, though, I feel like it's just headed in the right direction, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? It needs work. It needs work. I think what's happening now is the artists is starting to take it upon themselves. You know, now instead of waiting for. That's what they got. That's what you got to do. Yeah. So we're starting that momentum. We're networking with each other, and we're putting each other on, and building together. So that's how it happens pretty much.
You know, if your city doesn't want to unify, do you know what you can always do? You can always still unify with other individuals that are like-minded.
That's true.
And then you might even have a bigger spread, you know what I mean? You create something that's, you know, like a group kind of thing, you know what I mean? People who are like-minded, same type of thing about supporting each other, fucking with each other, across a global scope. Like, you know what I mean? With the internet, you can do anything nowadays, and then people from this city go rock this city, this, that, back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, that's very possible, you know what I mean? That could be the next... AJ Internet, that could be the next big thing.
You never know,
That could be
man.
The next big, like, click or movement.
For real. And the thing about, like, hometown support, like, honestly, your hometown's not really going to support you until you get to a certain point anyway. You know what I'm saying? So looking for that support is not even, it doesn't even matter at a lower level. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get out, when you break out, your hometown's going to support you anyways. Because they want to be attached to you. So, but in the beginning, like,
nobody fucks with you.
Nah.
They're all like, oh, yeah, okay, you know. So,
do you know what the best way to get through that is? Networking.
Yes.
And actually meeting people.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then when opportunities arise and stuff, it's like, well, I know there's one dude, he's a good role or whatever, like this, that, bam, bam, boom, boom. Next thing you know, poof, you're out of here.
You're there. And then you have people ask you, how did you do it? Like, that's a question that people ask me so much now from home. How did you? I'm like, bro, I network. I don't come out here and just vacation. Like, I'm out here, like, you know what I'm saying, networking. Yeah.
That's one thing I'm learning from Ashton Martin, man, is he's a great networker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As he came up to me that night, you know what I mean? So, and ever since then, it's just been cool, you know? So
that's dope, man. Yeah. So is there any chance that you guys will be putting a project out together?
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. Stay tuned. We got some tracks, you know, coming.
Word.
More,
we got a couple in the bakery, so you know they're gonna come out in due time. So just stay tuned.
Okay, word. Well, I want to get into some one of your joints. Okay. So we'll let you once again pick the joint you want us to play.
Let's see. We can go with Shooting Star.
All right, let's rock it. So this is Shooting Star by One Drew.
Shooting Star, One Drew, baby.
All right. Once again, I will cut this, but it's an opportunity for
straight up.
Anyone else need one?
Yeah, I'll take one, bro. Yeah. Please.
All the interviews are fire, man. Got some dope media here, dog.
I know.
I just need y'all to make sure you also send me the songs that you guys.
Yo, if you want.
That's what I like to do when I'm interviewing local dudes.
Clean versions?
Pardon?
Clean versions?
Dirty.
Oh,
all dirty.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got a flash drive too.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, if you guys can do that, that's easier. That even works, yeah.
So just let me know, and I'll just show you where it's at on the flash drive.
Okay, cool. We'll go pull them out there before we start the podcast.
Dope.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate all the hospitality.
Hey,
man.
no doubt. All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right, that joint right there, that was Shooting Star by One Drew.
Hot.
Fire.
And then that isn't that ironic? You said that was the joint you just put out?
Yeah.
Or that wasn't the new video?
Yeah, that's no, that's not the new video. Pile of Money is the new video.
Okay.
Actually, right when I get back, we're shooting Star.
It's
actually my first video where I actually sat down in 4 hours of planning, man, with the with the guy that's gonna shoot it, man, the videographer and everything.
Okay.
Man. Real dope dude, and yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm real excited about it, actually.
It's about to be a movie.
Yeah.
Well,
it's gonna be a movie.
You didn't write and record that while you're on the road.
No, I didn't.
So isn't it ironic that the girl on the plane said that?
It is, man. It's very ironic. I mean, it came out. I wrote it. It's actually one of those joints. Me and Bro Rome, he's part of DMG back home. Shout out, bro. And
shout out, Bro
so
Rome.
we sitting there chilling and heard the beat, and he said, I don't want to do anything with it. So it's cool. I put it in the vault, you know, and got to working on it one night. And as soon as I heard the beat, you know, months ago, I heard Shooting Star in my head. I knew it was gonna be that. And so I just started working on it one night, and I let bro hear it, and he just, "Oh, can I get on the song?" So that second verse is actually Bro Rome. And so,
okay.
But yeah, we did a little work on it, and yeah, we're shooting it right when we get back. So I'm very excited about that.
Hey, dope, man. Dope.
Yep.
And so once again, before we do wrap it up, is there anything else you guys wanted to follow up on? Just let the people know, or?
Hey, just let the people know, man, if you liking my music, I'm liking you, and just rock with me. I like you even if you don't like my music. So, you know, just be yourself.
I love that
follow your
mentality.
dreams, you know what I'm saying?
I
even
love
though
that.
you cool. So, yeah, man, just follow up on us, man. We going to be here. We ain't going nowhere. Shout out to Ashton Martin for bringing me on.
Man, for sure. Stay solid at all times, man, no matter what you're going through. And be yourself, man. Don't you try too hard, man. A lot of y'all try a lot too hard to be somebody else when you can be yourself. You got to gym in yourself. Take that diamond out. Be solid. You already know.
Stay solid. Stay solid.
All right, man. We'll just let the people know then before we wrap it up how they can find you once more.
For sure. You can follow me on IG at @thereal_Ashton Martin. That's @thereal_Ashton Martin. My website is www.ashtonmartin.info. Everything is there. Check out my YouTube, The Real Ashton Martin, to peep all of my newest videos and keep up with the latest and greatest. And stay tuned, man. Download and stream solid. It's available everywhere. I promise you, it's a dope project.
Absolutely
Tap into
dope.
it, man.
Absolutely dope project, man. It's very moving. You can hit my IG, One Drew. It's gonna be 1_DRU_. Search my music anywhere, One Drew, and anything else. My Twitter and YouTube is all on my IG, man. So just hit that up.